October 19th, 2025, Paris, France, 9:30 in the morning. Picture yourself standing right there in front of the Louvre. The glass pyramid is catching that soft autumn light, tourists everywhere snapping selfies, guards casually checking tickets. It's just a normal, lazy Sunday at the most visited museum on the planet. Then you hear it, this low truck engine rumbling closer. A plain white moving truck pulls up nice and easy along Quai François Mitterrand, right next to the Seine. The driver parks like he's just dropping off supplies. His buddy hops out, both of them in those bright yellow construction vests and hard hats, looking totally legit like they belong. Nobody blinks when they start unfolding the hydraulic lift from the back of the truck. Nobody thinks twice about construction guys setting up orange cones around their vehicle on a quiet Sunday morning. And nobody has any clue that in exactly 7 minutes, these four guys are about to pull off one of the gutsiest museum heists anyone's ever seen. For men, one truck, 7 minutes, and €88 million worth of French crown jewels just gone. The Louvre isn't some regular museum, it's basically a fortress. 9 million people walk through those doors every year. Hundreds of cameras, armed guards, motion detectors, crazy tough display cases, security rules built up over hundreds of years. The crown jewels live in the Galerie de Napoleon, this stunning room with gold walls, painted ceilings, and those super expensive cases made to be unbreakable. Inside you've got tiaras dripping with thousands of diamonds, emerald necklaces Napoleon gave his empresses, sapphire earrings French queens actually wore, 2 full centuries of royal history locked behind bulletproof glass. Everyone thought the security was rock solid. Turns out, not quite. What a lot of people inside the Louvre didn't want to admit out loud, there was a real weak spot. Staff had been complaining for months. Not enough guards, way too many visitors, cameras missing blind spots, budget cuts leaving holes everywhere. Summer 2025 they even went on strike over it. The message was loud and clear, this place is vulnerable. Nobody moved fast enough. The director, Laurence Decars, asked for a full security check. Cops came in, looked around, gave some advice, but actually fixing things takes time, money, endless meetings. The thieves? They didn't wait around for approvals. They spotted the gap, studied it inside out, planned everything to fit right through it, and on October 19th they hit it perfectly. 9:30 sharp. The lift hums up, quiet, smooth, 42 meters a minute. 2 guys in the yellow vests ride it straight to the second-floor balcony outside the Galerie de Napoleon. Motorcycle helmets on, visors down, faces completely hidden. One's got an angle grinder, the other's got a walkie-talkie. Down on the street, the other 2 are sitting on Yamaha T-Max scooters, big 560 cubic centimeters engines that can blast through Paris traffic no problem. The platform stops. Grinder fires up with a scream. Guards inside hear it instantly, loud, wrong, scary. They start running toward the gallery, but they're already playing catch-up. Glass explodes inward. The 2 thieves step right through into one of the country's most sacred rooms. Alarms go insane. But these guys don't freak out. They're calm, moving like they've done this 100 times in their heads. Straight to 2 specific cases, not the Regent Diamond sitting there worth $51 million on its own. They ignore the big flashy one. They go for the Napoleonic sets instead, the stuff you can break apart, pull stones out of, sell piece by piece. Grinder tears through the reinforced glass like it's nothing. Sparks flying everywhere, noise deafening. First case pops open. They grab fast. Tiara with 212 pearls and almost 2,000 diamonds, sapphire and diamond necklace, matching earrings. Second case, same thing. More cutting, more snatching. Emerald necklace Napoleon gave Marie-Louise. Extra bits from Queen Marie-Amélie stuff. They're in and out of the room in 4 minutes flat. Guards are charging in now, yelling. The thieves are already backing out to the window, hopping on the lift, dropping down. One guard gets to the doorway just in time to see them going down, bags stuffed full. He watches them hit the ground and try to set the lift on fire to cover tracks. Some quick-thinking staffer runs out and puts the flames out before they catch. The guys don't even pause. They jump on the scooters and peel off along the river, weaving through Sunday joggers and tourists who have zero idea they just saw history go flying by. From the moment the truck parked to the second they vanished. 7 minutes. Right as they're speeding away, something slips and crashes onto the pavement. Diamonds sparkle everywhere across the cobblestones. It's Empress Eugenie's crown, over 1,000 diamonds, made for Napoleon III's wedding in 1853. One of the most important pieces in the whole collection. They didn't drop it on purpose, they just couldn't squeeze it through the gap they cut, so it bent and twisted and fell. Damaged but still beautiful. It's lying there while sirens start screaming all over Paris. Inside, total chaos. Director shows up in minutes. Culture Minister racketed Dady races over. President Emmanuel Macron's going to speak before the day's out. Forensics team swarms, angle grinders, blowtorch, gas cans, gloves, walkie-talkie, blanket, the mangled crown, a vest ditched a few blocks away, and DNA inside a helmet and a glove. But the thieves? Long gone. 8 pieces vanish into the Paris underworld. Street value €88 million. Real value to France? Impossible to put a number on. Hours later, France kicks off its biggest art theft hunt in forever. Over 100 investigators. The elite brigade for the repression of banditry runs point. Interpol red notices everywhere. Pawn shops, fences, every shady contact, shaken down hard. They work backward from the clues. DNA from the helmet hits a match. Guy from Saint-Denis, north of Paris, known to cops for burglaries. Phones get tapped. Tails start. The circle closes. The thieves run into the problem nobody saw coming. These pieces are too famous. You can't just stroll into a shop with Napoleon's emerald necklace. Smart move is to break them down. Pop the diamonds out one by one, melt the gold, turn history into clean, sellable stones. That's exactly what the cops are terrified has already happened. 8 days pass. Then October 26, Charles de Gaulle Airport, 10 p.m. A man walks up to Air Algerie check-in. French passport, one way to Algiers, small carry-on. He doesn't spot the plainclothes watching from across the hall. Surveillance worked, DNA to phone to flight booking. As he heads to security they move in. He freezes. No run, no fight. Cuffs go on. First one down. 2 hours later in Saint-Denis, another team boxes and suspect number 2, guy about to fly to Mali. Same story. Arrested. Both French nationals, dual citizenship, one France-Mali, one France-Algeria. 30s, priors for theft. Both tied to the 7-minute embarrassment that rocked the country. Questioning starts right away. 96 hours max under French rules. Do they still have the jewels? Sold? Broken up? Hidden? Prosecutors aren't saying much. Case still open. 2 guys still out there. Arrests blow up politically. Macron calls it an attack on the heritage that makes us who we are. Justice Minister Gérald Darmanin doesn't hold back. They parked a hoist in the heart of Paris, rode it up, grabbed priceless stuff in minutes and made France look weak. Opposition jumps on it. Eric Ciotti says it's proof the government's falling apart, the whole country's at risk. Museum workers keep saying they warned everyone. Union solidaries had been shouting about cut security jobs, overcrowding, slashed budgets. Nobody listened. Director Descartes goes before the Senate Culture Committee, admits external cameras had blind spots. She offered to resign the day it happened, they said no. Now she's explaining how 4 guys in vests beat centuries of security in 7 minutes. It shook the staff, Parisians, Louvre fans everywhere. The big question, how the hell did this happen? The answer's brutal, everybody saw it coming and nobody did enough to stop it. Right now, 8 pieces of France's past are still missing. Napoleon's emerald necklace for Marie-Louise, that symbol of love and power. The pearl diamond tiara with 212 pearls and nearly 2,000 stones for a royal wedding. Sapphire sets Queen's wore while shaping history. Not just expensive rocks, their identity. Their memory. 2 in custody. 2 still hunted. DNA being dug into deeper. Interrogations rolling. Jewels could be anywhere, already stripped and sold, stashed somewhere waiting out the heat, smuggled out in those first crazy days. Nobody knows yet. But one thing's crystal clear. 4 men proved even the most legendary museum in the world has cracks. That all those layers of protection built over centuries can collapse against smart planning and straight-up nerve. And that 7 minutes is plenty of time to change history forever.